I generally get asked the same questions over and over again. 1, how do you make all these YouTube videos? And 2, here's the actual comment. I'll never know how you manage 500,000 subs. I'm sorry, but your playing is soulless and your teaching skills are crap. Riz, my guy, Riz. As for the videos, we're just gonna do a cover. I'm gonna talk about how I record it. Generally, I film it with either an iPhone or a Sony A7C, and then just kind of put it all together. We're going to play the song real quick. This is the only exception, song famously written about the 5-second rule. So we're going to get that, and then I'm going to talk about just kind of like mixing it and recording it. All right, so basically we're going to record this cover, and then I'm going to mix it and talk about the gear and the plugins and stuff after the fact. But first, enjoy it, and then if you don't like it, just don't watch the rest of the video, but you're probably going to like it.
Yeah, you don't have to listen to me sing. It's okay.
Classic song.
It's okay.
It's one of my,
it is a very good song.
It's legit one of my all-time favorite songs.
You know, I was reading the lyrics and I rediscovered the song.
There you go.
Yeah, I really like it. This is
nice. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
to find other ways to make it alone or keep a straight face. And I've always lived like this, keeping a comfortable distance. Up until now I sworn to myself that I'm content with loneliness, 'cause none of it was ever worth the risk. But you are the only exception. 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 You, the only exception. On my way to believing. I'm on my way to believing. That's such a pretty song.
What a beautiful song.
Such a pretty song.
Just play everything in 3/4, guys. It's a waltz. Make it a waltz. 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6.
I thought you were going again. I was like, okay.
Start it
So I was
again.
like,
Start it
okay.
again. Let's talk about the gear real quick. I have a Shure KSM44 on the guitar. She's got the SM7. The nice thing about this is like because you have such a soft vocal approach. At times it can get loud.
Yes.
This is nice because it has a lot of isolation from the guitar, so you can kind of compress it and do more with it. It's going into an Arturia Minifuse interface, which just has a new update. Really, really affordable interface. And then let's talk about the plugins.
All right, so quick, we're going to talk about just kind of like the plugins and the mix and stuff.
Like I said, so the Audiofuse Arturia, or the preamps that I used, now I'm actually using that to do kind of like the screen record. I have a Shure Move mic set up so I can record the audio directly to my phone, which is getting the video for this. And then I'm just using QuickTime screen record Logic right now. Yeah, but here is what I've got using. Here's what I got using, guys. So, if you just...
He broke his own heart and I watched as he tried to reassemble it.
It's just the guitar.
And my mama swore that she would.
So basically what we have here are just a few quick easy plugins. On Lilou's mic, I just have the Logic de-esser. De-esser is something that everybody should use pretty much on every track. It just kind of takes the S's and makes it sound a little more pleasing, and then it's easier to do stuff after that. Now, probably the most important plugin that we have here is the Sonible Smart EQ4. This is really cool because what it is, you can put different instances of it on different tracks, set it to like a template of whatever it is. So I've got one Smart EQ on the vocal, one on the guitar, and then I have the whole main thing as a group on the bus. And the interesting thing about that is if you look at this group here, I just have these two tracks, right?
The only exception, you are the only exception.
You can, it has like an AI feature where it just automatically EQs the stuff for you, and then you can set them up side by side, or if you wanted to like focus on the vocal priority, you can just kind of like bump it up to the top like this. Really saves a lot of time having to actually just EQ stuff yourself. So it's also just a regular standalone, just good EQ by itself. But the Smart EQ is really cool, and it's like a really good price. So if you don't have, you know, a cool dynamic EQ that does AI stuff, maybe that's one that you're interested in. After that, I'm doubling up on just the Logic compressors. So I don't like to do a whole lot of compression at once, which is why I usually use them stacked side by side.
It does not exist, darling. You are the only.
So you can see by this needle right here.
The only
Let me do a higher part.
exception. You are the only exception. You are.
So if you can kind of see by how much that needle is moving, it's a pretty dynamic performance. Lilou's a very dynamic singer, so that's why you kind of want to maybe stack compressors, because if you're like compressing like 10 dBs at once, it kind of sounds unnatural. But if you stack them in a row, you can kind of get away with doing 5 dBs at a time for like the biggest parts while keeping the quiet parts loud enough. So yeah, I do the same thing with the acoustic guitar. And then on her vocal, I just have like a simple Arturia plate reverb. And again, if we do it with or without. So here's her by herself.
If it was ever was the race, but you are the only exception. You are the only exception. You are.
Now, you know, the amount of reverb really is dictated by so many different things. You can get crazy with it, get super creative with it. But that's really it. It's just, you know, EQ, double compressor. On the guitar, I have it, same thing. It's kind of a dynamic guitar performance, more than usual for me. Usually I'm kind of super steady. That one has like a lot of transients, so I have the same kind of setup on the guitars, just two compressors to kind of catch the peaks. And then here's the bus, or the two bus EQ. I have like the Arturia bus force parallel processor on that, and then at the very end, just really like a limiter, the FabFilter Pro L2 limiter, and that's it. And that's all you really need to get like a cool sound. Like I said, none of the gear here is like super expensive, and I think it sounds pretty good. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any more questions, and I will do my best to answer them. And if you have any, like I said, any requests of what else you would like to see, if you want to see a little bit more in-depth mixing stuff, I mean, I'm down to do it if people are interested. This is a super easy one. It's just acoustic vocals, kind of trying to make it sound in the room. And the Shure Move mic is great. Also, I guess it's kind of like an all Shure group today. But yeah, I'll have affiliate links if you want to support the channel. Again, it doesn't cost anything extra to use those, and it, you know, gives me like a small kickback. So that's cool. Anything you get, use my affiliate links, and I'll talk to you guys soon.